In this example, you'll see we have an equation that we're going to solve, and it includes fractions, and that's okay, no worries. All right, so we have this variable b on the right side of this equation for which we're solving, but you'll notice that b also has this -6/5 over here as well. So in order to isolate this variable so we can solve for b, we need to do the opposite of subtracting 6/5, and we need to add 6/5 to both sides of the equation. We're going to do so using the addition property of equality, which says if I add a value to one side of the equation, I also need to add it to the other, so everything stays nice and equal. So now we'll see that the -6/5 and the +6/5 will cancel each other out. So our b variable is all by itself on the right side of the equation. But now we see we have a 3/4 plus a 6/5 that we need to contend with. So let's go ahead and add these two fractions together by going ahead and getting common denominators. So the common denominator between 4 and 5, it looks like it'll be 20. So if I go ahead and set up my fraction addition with 20 as the least common denominator here. So we're going to ask ourselves, what do we need to multiply by 4 to make 20? And that's 5. So let's also do it to the numerator. So 5 times 3 is 15. And for this fraction, what do I need to multiply by 5 to make 20? Well, that's 4. So let's also do it to the numerator. And 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, so almost there. So now that we have common denominators, let's go ahead and add these two fractions. 15 plus 24 is 39, and that'll be 39 over that common denominator of 20, and that will equal our value for our variable b. And one last step we could take if you wanted to. Sometimes we don't like to see this variable isolated on the right side of the equation. Sometimes we like to see it on the left side. So I'm going to go ahead and exchange the two sides of this equation. I'm going to say b equals 39 over 20. And that's our solution for b. And I'm able to exchange these two sides of the equation like this because of what we call the symmetric property of equality. So if these two sides of the equation are indeed equivalent to one another, then I can exchange one for the other. The left side can move to the right, and the right side can move to the left. So in this case, the value for our variable b is 39/20. So what I know to be true is that when I take -6/5 and add to it 39/20, I will indeed get 3/4.